Hey. Hi. Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a video, as you can tell by the title, that is very important to me and a lot of other people who enjoy makeup. If you're a beginner or expert, I'm going to show you how I wash my makeup brushes and little tips and tricks that I've learned while being in the makeup industry for over 5 years. And I have also went to a really interesting makeup school with a lot of prestigious makeup artists as teachers. I've learned from a lot of people on how to clean makeup brushes, so I thought I would show you guys just what I do. Again, this is just what I do. Anything I do isn't perfect. Anything that I do isn't as you should necessarily do exactly. I'm just telling you what I do, what I think is the best method, in my opinion, to wash makeup brushes. The way you do it, as long as you're not keeping your brushes dirty and using them on other people dirty, and there are so many other techniques that are dirty in the makeup industry that you should watch out for if you're putting makeup on clients, and what you should and shouldn't do as a professional makeup artist on other people. That's another video. Today we're going to talk about how to clean makeup brushes. I've got so many dirty makeup brushes. I honestly probably wash about 50 to 100 makeup brushes a week. For my preference, I use my brushes once, put them in a bin, and wash them. I wash them after every use. You're supposed to wash your brushes every week. I would suggest to wash them as much as you can. You could clean them and then do a deep clean later. That's also a thing. I'll talk about tips, tricks, products that work great for me. Also affordable alternatives. We should get on with showing you how I wash my makeup brushes. So enjoy. So as you guys can see, these are some tools on what I use to wash my makeup brushes. Lysol, why you ask? I'll let you know. But these are all the brushes I have to wash. It's not a lot, to be honest. Usually I wash about 100, over 100 a lot, 200, I've done 300, and I'm put some gloves on because I'm paranoid about germs a little bit, and I am also a professional makeup artist. That means that I want to make sure all of these are really sanitized and clean to the best of its ability, because if I'm using these brushes on a client, I want to make sure that they are nice. The reason why we have some Lysol here is because I like to clean my space before and after I wash makeup brushes, because I'm in the kitchen sink. Usually the food goes in here. I want to make sure there's no bacteria, and I just clean that down with some anti-bac spray. I want to make sure there's no food-borne bacteria that will leach into my brushes, because even though I'm not putting my brushes in here, the water could backsplash onto my brushes while I'm washing them. And I think way too hard about these things, maybe. Well, maybe I don't, because I've seen a lot of people show others how to wash makeup brushes, and I do it totally different. I was trained by multiple teachers in Hollywood of the fabulous makeup artists who have worked on Goonies, Power Rangers, Wizard of Oz, Hollywood Squares. One of my teachers did Buffy the Vampire Slayer for a decade, and my favorite show, Pushing Daisies. But just making sure this is clean. Now, we don't need that no more until after I wash the brushes. But what I am going to need is the dirty brushes. I'm gonna show you how to effectively clean these really hard to get effects brushes full of, as you can see, they're so dirty, they're dirty in my gloves, of aqua paints. And what we need for that is some paper towels, gloves if you have them and really want to use them. I always do. You don't really need these, but these are those irritator glove things. You can just do it in your hand. I like using these. Whatever brush cleaner soap, I don't suggest you use. In my opinion, a lot of people wash their brushes with dish soap. I wouldn't suggest that, because dish soap is made for dishes. It has a lot of harsh chemicals in it, and these are actually made for brushes. This is by Sigma. This is one of my favorite ones to travel with when I'm on jobs, because it has the irritator thing in it. This is one of my absolute favorite brush cleaners. I like the Beauty Blender bar, they have this big black bar that's amazing. And Sigma also carries a foam and a liquid shampoo. Why I like using actual brush cleaners over dish soap is because dish soap, if you have like real hair brushes, they could damage the hairs of your brush. And I have so many different brushes, I just like using actual brush cleaner instead of dish soap. I don't like using face wash, maybe shampoo would help. And then I also use 70% alcohol. What 70% alcohol is gonna do is it's gonna disinfect after I clean it. We're not using 50%, we're not using 90%, 70%, because I was taught that 70% has a good amount of water to alcohol to where it disinfects but won't dry out your bristles. So that's why I like 70%, and I'll show you how to use that. And I'll show you how to use a cleaner like Cinema Secrets. This is a must-have for me. This is the best brush cleaner on the market in my opinion. I mainly use this on my effects brushes to get all of the deep clean out. And you could buy these now at Sephora. This video is not sponsored by Sephora or Cinema Secrets. This is just my all-time favorite. 99.99% bacteria free, and it's a quick drying formula. It's my absolute favorite. You could buy this kit at Sephora now, which is amazing because before they usually used to only have this at makeup effects stores. It's so cool that I could go to my local mall and get that now. So let's get started. I have two of these pads of, they're just double plied. I put 2 paper towels if you want to save the environment more. I do this for disinfecting purposes, but if you could use like towels around your house that are clean, but this is, I can guarantee it's really, really clean. I do use a lot of water and a lot of brushes, but that's just me because I want it disinfecting clean when I do it. So let's start the water. I like to do a little stream of water, and I'll start with just a regular smegular makeup brush. This has some black eyeshadow, so I get my pad. You can use your hand if you don't have this. I'll use the foam to show you first. I'll try out all the different, for you guys, all the different types of cleaners. You can get at the dollar store, they have silicone oven mitts that does the same thing, so you don't have to buy that from a company. So I just wet my brush, and then see all that dirtiness going out. Oh, before we start this, I almost forgot. We have to put in like a nice bowl some of this alcohol. So I'll show you. I only put like 1 inch of alcohol in. So while we're cleaning this, we're going to, I scrub it first to show the suds, and I do it a second time to really make sure that this is gonna, foam is gonna show up clear soon. So it'll tell me when all that gunk is out. Now, we could dip it in here. And I like to go like this on the edge. And then what this is for is, we're gonna see if there's any more, ooh la la, no more dark pigment coming out. You can even do another pass. No more. Yay! So that's all clean. You shape it back. And what this is also going to do, not only show if there's any more dirt in here, but it's also going to help dry some of the bristles without messing it up. And I have another paper towel over there like this, and I just set it on the paper towel. So I'm going to do that. Now, that's just a regular makeup brush. Let's try aqua paint. This is so hard to get out, especially if this has been sitting for a day or two like this one has, because you don't always have time to get to these right away, and especially with red paints and aqua paints, they could dye your brushes, so you really want to make sure to wash them fast. Look at how much paint is coming out of there. The next brush cleaner I'm going to show you is the liquid. This is not advertised by Sigma or any of these companies. I'm just showing you the different types. Look at all that coming out of the brush. Look at, that's dirty, that's getting cleaner. See, this one I have to do so many passes because the soap's not showing up clear because there's so much gunk in this brush. This was a body painting I did with black aqua paint. But once you think you got enough out of there, you could put it in our alcohol. And watch, I'll still probably, yeah, have some black in it. So once you see some black still in there, what we could do is we get this Cinema Secrets, a little tin with the blue liquid. You just want to put barely any in there to cover the bottom. And I like to use this for effects brushes. You just want to dip it in. It really gets all the stuff out. Like all of the black out. See, look at that. No more black. Oh, there's a little bit there. Yeah, see some of that black coming out? That's pretty darn good for black aqua paint. Now that I showed you black aqua paint, let's do some cream paint. They're the worst to get out. This one has black and gray cream paint in it. You also want your water, I don't like cold or hot, I like lukewarm. Oh, this is gonna be gross. I hate doing, oh, that's the instructions, because this one's brand new. Using up my last one of these for you all. I hate doing cream products because I like using liquids instead of this for it, because I feel like this like dirties, that sounds weird, dirties the soap, but creams just, look at, see how it sticks to my, I don't like that, so much dirt. See with these foams though, I can really tell when the makeup is coming out of it and into the foam. Looks like shaving cream. All right, now let's test this. I'm gonna put it in the 70% alcohol first. See, that's coming up pretty clear. There's still a little bit, so I dip it. See, it was blue before, and now it's like gray because of all that cream paint that didn't come out with the soap and water. That's why this stuff is amazing. It's like 30 bucks for this. I know it's pretty pricey, but I'm telling you it's worth it if you do a lot of effects makeup. For beauty makeups, I feel like you could get by with just the soap and the 70% alcohol, but for those cream paints and aqua paints, I feel like you really need this if you really want to sufficiently clean your brushes. All right, now see how it was gray before and now it's clear? It's pretty darn good. Now I am going to clean all the rest of these brushes, because here's another one. This is a different type of paint, but this is like silver paint that's really hard to get out. So let's try to get this clean. See how stiff it is? It's almost like the oh, look at that paint. It's almost like alcohol paint, to where it's really, those are really difficult to clean too. This one might be easier than alcohol paint, because look at the silver's already out. Putting that into 70% alcohol, and then dripping it on the sides, making sure to get all of that. See, there was still some on there. Ah, perfect. See, there's gray, but now that's clear. This is stained because it's white bristles. No matter how much you clean white bristle brushes, they could stain permanently. So watch out for that. All right. I also like these because there's suctions on them, so you just go. So cool. Sigma did great with that product. You can also do 2 brushes at once. I wouldn't push 2 if you have a lot like I usually do. Because if you do more than 2, there won't be even weight on all the brushes to really push out the pigment with your hands. When I was first doing makeup and I couldn't afford these Sigma brush cleaners and stuff like that, I would use a mild bar of soap that was dermatologist approved, which worked, and I still made sure to use the 70% alcohol. So you don't need like all the fancy tools. I think I also got one of these from the Dollar Tree, those oven mitt things I was talking about, and they're still sanitary. This is when I was first like interning with Paramount. I think it's almost time to change the gloves. Fresh gloves. You also want to make sure you deep clean your brushes like once a week. I know people that never wash their brushes. I don't know how their skin is doing. Like, does it need to be resuscitated? How much help do they need? Because that sounds scary as can be. Oh my gosh, look how much was in here still. Beginner makeup enthusiasts, like, never wash their makeup brushes. It makes me so scared and sad for them. Oh my gosh. See, this is why I like using paper towels too, because you can't really see on regular towels how much is still in your brush. If you know a better paper towel, like maybe there's like some sort of better biodegradable brand paper towel, girl, you do you. This is just what I do. I know it's a lot of water in paper towel. I've learned from a lot of makeup artists and I just do what they do. Yay, it's clear now. Now when you have beauty blenders, I don't have any dirty ones right now, but you would submerge it in water and then put like some cleaner on it and just keep rubbing it with your fingers and submerging it in water till it comes out clear. Do not use something like this on your beauty blenders because I don't know if it's safe to use on beauty blenders. I know it's safe to use on brushes. We have some silver paint in our alcohol, so I'm gonna put some more in. You can even use your leftover paper towels full of the alcohol to clean this in between too. There must be some cream paint on this sucker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in here. Watch out for this 90%. Don't leave your brushes in there too long, in my opinion, because it will dry out your brushes because it's so heavy duty. Yeah, there's cream paint in there. This is the culprit with the cream paint. Look at that. What is that, ink? Gosh, it's not wanting to come out. Almost there, come on. Get out, pigment. First time ever I'm saying I don't want pigment. There, perfect. See, those cream makeups are just like the worst sometimes. Like gel eyeliners, oh, I would get that for gel eyeliner too. Yeah, there's creams on there. There, that one was easier. I think because dual fiber, the brushes are more separated. It's easier to clean. There, it's clear now, finally. This needs to be clean. Yeah, there's some cream or something on this. Might be eyeliner. Much better. This is the one that's worse. There. This I just run it through some alcohol and stuff. Clean it that way. These spoolies. 2 more big brushes now. As you can see, I'm favoring this foam for effects brushes. There, that didn't even need the blue. 1 more, yay, last brush. Perfect. We're gonna clean out our containers. We're gonna dump these out, get our kitchen sponge with some soap, and clean up with hot water after ourselves. So really disinfect and clean that pad with hot water and soap. Make sure all that soap is out, okay? This self-cleans itself. Sometimes I just run some of the alcohol in it because you just want to make sure the pigment's out of it. And the cups, I clean. And you'll set this out to dry. Now that all that's clean with the hot water, I hate when people leave their kitchen sponges with soap and all the water in it. I don't know why that irritates me, because it could cause mold in these, and that's why people's sponges start stinking really fast, too fast than it could. So you make sure all the water is out of these, and then you put them out to dry so that it doesn't start stinking up real quick. So you think all this is clean because we cleaned our brushes with soap, but it isn't. So what I do is I get the disinfectant spray again, and I just clean that up, even down in here. Like, you really want to make sure that your surfaces, especially if you're in your kitchen sink, especially if you're in your bathroom, because airborne toilet germs, you want to clean them off your sink before you wash your brushes in them. And I don't want to cook or have my food and dishes washed in the same stuff as the chemicals in makeup. So that's why I'm really making sure I clean all this, you know? Now we're gonna move on to the second phase of this. Kat, this is too much. What do you mean by second phase? The second phase I mean is you're going to get disinfectant wipes or your paper towel and your disinfectant, or 99% alcohol, whatever alcohol disinfectant. You could even use like hand sanitizer with on these paper towels and really get it all in there. Because even though the bristles are clean, I clean this part too and hold it by the clean bristle. Let me get clean gloves again. I know, Kat, you're wasting so many trees and gloves. Well, I want to make sure my brushes are clean on my face and clients' faces. So, clean gloves. So, again, you can use hand sanitizer, you can use your disinfectant, or if you find those natural disinfectants, that will be great. And I just clean, make sure I cleaned these countertops too before I started. See? Because look, there's some stuff, there's glitter on these coming off. You even clean these bottles, because look at that bottle. Disgusting. Kind of glad Sigma made these bottles like white so you can see how much gunk is on your bottles. 3, this is when I'm counting how many brushes I cleaned. 4, in my OCD, this doesn't count as a brush for me. 5, 6, see? Look at that dirt. You thought your brushes were clean. 7, but the handles. 8, 9, 10. If you want to be super clean, because look at, see there's dirt there. So that's why I'm putting them up here. You could put it on another towel, clean towel. Lost count. Oh well. Oh, look at that. That was really dirty. But that's how I clean my brushes. A little tutorial. If you do yours a different way, I'm not gonna knock you, but these are just my safe ways on how I do it. Oh, let me show you one more thing. As you can see, I clean a lot of brushes. These are brush tree dryers. Why these are good, I buy these off of Amazon. When your brushes are drying, they hold water in the ferrule or ferrule or whatever you call them here, where the bristles are held, and you don't want them to dry this way because the water could drip down in there and break up the glue. You want them to dry upside down this way, so this really helps. I'll link these down below and everything I talked about in this video in the description box, but that's why I love these, because I want my brushes to last because I use them so much. And you could just get a couple of them and stick them in here. These are a lifesaver in my opinion. Yeah, and so they dry like this on a stand. There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me washing my makeup brushes. I know it sounds a little lame and boring, but I feel like a lot of people would want to know this. It's very informative on how I sanitize my brushes. Again, I deep clean them after every single use, but that's because I'm a professional makeup artist. I not only use my brushes on myself, but sometimes I use them on other people. And I want to make sure everything's sterile and clean as can be by using gloves and certain products. All the products I use in this video will be listed down below in the description box, along with all the alternatives. Again, if you wash your makeup brushes, I understand there are some ways that I don't agree with, that I don't think is sanitary, but that's just my opinion. As long as you're not harming yourself or others by putting dirty brushes or dirty makeup products on their face, do not put your makeup brushes in a plastic bag that's on a bathroom floor. As long as you're not doing that, you're good. You don't want staph infections, you don't want styes in your eyes, you don't want so many germs. Just don't be throwing your makeup brushes in things. I've also used those eggs to wash my makeup brushes. I hate those because it just jams dirt deeper in your makeup brushes, in my opinion. Those washing egg things. It's like this egg-shaped brush cleaner. I hate that thing. I've used so many things to wash. The spinning thing works for some of the beauty makeups, like the eyeshadow brushes, but not the foundation brushes and not effects brushes. So I've tried almost every single product on the under the sun, and this is the best way that I effectively wash my makeup brushes. Leave a comment down below if you have any opinions on how you wash your makeup brushes. Let me know if you have any other tips and tricks, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all, creators. Bye.